to my channel, Flaying with a 4. In this video, we're going to be doing stage 1 on how to build a scary plush trap, FNAF, nightlight, whatever you want to call it. So we are making this scary nightlight for Jake. Jake wanted this, and that's what I said I'll make him. So this is what we're doing. So this is going to be a nightlight, but it's going to be a Five Nights at Freddy's one, and it's going to be 3D printed. I can't take all the credit for the design because the design was downloaded, and I will put the link to that. But you'll be able to find that on Thingiverse, so that'll be in the comment section down below, or in the description down below, shall we say. You will be able to find the print to print this. This is printed in 80%. 100% was huge, so it would sit probably up here. Did it on 80%. It's already lost or used, shall I say, a lot of filament to print it, so do bear that in mind. You can scale it right down. Probably you lose the detail on there, but you know, it's up to you. We are just going to be amping this up to the max. So basically what we're going to be doing, we're going to be doing the same model that is on there for the print, but we're going to add so much detail and we're going to make it light up, and it's going to be a night light. So what I'm going to do is show you what we've done, how we've done it, and the materials used, and then also we're going to just tell you what we're going to be doing next. So we'll be doing a part 2 video, probably part 3 and part 4 to be fair, because this has taken quite a while to do, on how to get it to this stage. So at the minute, as you can see, there aren't any teeth in there because I've taken them all out, and I have added detailing to this. I'm going to come around and show you guys what I mean by that. So what I've done is I've added detail to make it look almost like he's made out of fabric. As you can see here, we're going to be drilling tiny little holes and then stitching him up so it makes it look like he is stitched. I just want it to be really, really nice, and I want it to look quite realistic, so I'm just making it look as good as we can. Can you see that now? It really is missing the teeth. Doesn't look great with the teeth. Doesn't even look scary without the teeth. But I grinded the teeth out. They printed really well, to be fair. These are the teeth that are there, but I've just grinded them off. So as you can see, they're here. You don't have to take the teeth off. They will print with the teeth. You don't need to do that. And I'll show you the stages. So when you're doing the ear section, I'm just going to go onto the ear section here. These are printed separately. So when you print them out, they'll come out like this. I mean, yours probably won't have as much stringing as mine, but I'm not too worried about stringing and the detailing on it because my settings are set up to print it as quick as possible. I'd say this took about 20 hours to print. They all took about 15 to 20 hours to print each piece because they are quite big and quite intricate. But yeah, that's what it looks like. This is what it looks like when it's all tidied up. So this is one of the ears. And as you can imagine, it will sit inside here underneath the skull, but this all comes apart, and I'll show you that in a moment. And I think it would sit that way around. And look, you can kind of grasp the size of how big he's going to be. But absolutely fantastic. It really is a really nice model to print. So we'll talk about this again because we're back on here. So it's made up in different sections. So you can print the bottom section here. So I'm just going to take the bottom section out so you guys can see. And the bottom section is the bottom jaw. It does print with the teeth, as I said, and they print on there. But I want to smooth all this gum line out here. And also what I want to do is I want to make it look quite metal looking. And then I want to make the teeth look like they're real teeth as opposed to looking like the teeth that it prints with. So and this way it allows me to put them in individually, and also they'll look neater, and I'll be able to paint under here without having to paint around the teeth. So that's one of the reasons I did it. As you can see, it doesn't come out great on the bottom, but what I'm doing is I'm going over with filler. This is just car filler, nice fine car filler all over the model, just in the detailing where it just doesn't look as good. So that's what I'm doing for the bottom jaw there. As you can see, you just need to drill a hole through. I did that with a stepper piece. There's probably still glue on the end of it, but there you go. So I use a stepper piece, so you can drill a hole and then you can keep going through into whatever size you want it. This is because I'm going to have electronics in there, but you do need to drill this hole for it to fit onto the bottom of the, so this is, I call this like the endoskeleton, or the bit that's inside, but that goes over the top of there and that prints nicely, and it's gonna snug fit, but it fits really well, and it comes out the bottom there like so. And then when you turn it up that way, as you can imagine, all the teeth will be in there and it will look pretty scary. So we've added a few modifications onto this. I'm obviously going to be showing you it printing as we do it, so you will be able to see that in the corners. The next section that we've got is, well, I drilled the eyes out. You don't have to put these eyes in. I actually had these spare eyes left over from the Terminator, and to be fair, they'd go in there really well. And we're going to wire them all up so that they light up and everything. So this comes off, this top section comes off here. And then inside, this section will be connected, but mine is disconnected because obviously I am doing a lot more to mine than I should be. So we'll take that out. So when it prints, it will print it with this piece attached to the face. And also it will have all the teeth attached as well. But I've taken them off. It looks like some sort of weird duck when it's like this. It doesn't look scary. But as you can imagine, I've marked out where it needs to go and stuff like that. And the only reason I did it is because I want to make sure that the gum line is really smooth underneath. And to be able to add the teeth separately and individually. And then I can add them where I want. And then if they're in the way of anywhere, then that's fine. So as you can see here, I've drilled a hole in the back of the head for the eyes, so the eyes can come out. We don't need to have those in there. So I'll pull those out. Oh, just dropped on the floor. Right, so we don't have to have the eyes in there, so just pull them out for a minute. So it will print without these holes in the eyes. They will be flush. You can detail them and draw them as much as you want. It is quite rough when you do it. I mean, mine is set up, and there's also teeth in here, and I cut my teeth out because, again, I want to add better teeth in there. So we're going to be adding teeth to this. But look how good the model is. The detailing is really good. I mean, I know I've sanded it down. I used 80 grit sandpaper to take off any of the bad stuff. So this is the 80 grit sandpaper to take any of the bad stuff off. And then once I've gone over with the filler and I've molded it, you only need to use the 80 grit to mold what you need. Here's a little bit of stringing in his eye. And then you just finish it off with a 180 grit sandpaper. So you'd go over this, get in all the detail in, and then just go over it. But I know that's a lot of effort. You don't have to do this, guys. You can just sand the model down and then just paint it with paintbrushes. But I want to make this look metal and as realistic as possible, and then add the teeth afterwards. Because with the teeth in there, it's going to be a nightmare to paint and sand behind here because the teeth are there and they're in the way. So we took them out, and we'll be showing you stages of this as we go along. So the other section that we have on here is the kind of like the skin or the top of the head, which is really nice, a really nice piece. It's printed as one piece. It was really nice. I did have a bit of trouble with the head where I ran out of filament and I had to sort of glue the head. I remade the top of the head. We put the head on, you can't even tell, to be fair. And what I'd done is I got a pencil line and then stenciled out using an image online where the where it looks like the fabric would go. We just got the grinder and we went around with the grinder, just taking all the detail in there. And then, like I said, afterwards, once we have this all painted up and ready to go, I'm going to drill tiny little holes, and we've got some thread which we're going to be using to look like the whole head has been stitched together. So what we'll do, we will try and piece it together here. So when you do print out the ear, and again, I still have this one down here that I need to finish off, which isn't long printed, you need to put it together like this. So it comes together with square pins, and they print as well, and what they are to do is what the straws are doing now, but I've just put the straws in because they were easier to do at the time. And it's made like a metal endoskeleton in there, and you just attach these pieces of ears to it, but I'll take them off because we will need to take them off. And then when you've got them in place, you just wedge this in. But what I want to do, I want to do it with I've made circles in mine because they print out square, which is really good, and it's probably a great design. But again, I want to make mine flush, so I want to paint and build up the endoskeleton, put this through, and then I want to flush that off, and then I want to paint this on and mask off all the endoskeleton on the inside so that you don't see these holes or where they join. I don't want you to be able to see those, so we're going to do that so it just looks like it's as one piece. Although it probably would look good with a bolt through there or something like that. So just so you can see here, that's where they go on. Some of them have broken off there, which is fine, but I'm making something up new for that. That was just me being heavy-handed. And then as you pull the other bit out of the ear, you'll be able to see It's another section. It prints really well, and it prints it like it is definitely ripped material. And just going over this with filler, a small skim of filler, and sanding it down, we're going to get such a great effect. I mean, we get this effect because this has been filled and it's been primed grey, and then it's been primed white, and then we're just going to go at any of the imperfections. So there's a little bit on the nose there, we filled that. There was a dip in the nose there, filled that, and this is just ready for another coat of primer, to be fair. Right, so the last piece is this. So this is the last piece on the ear. So you just pull this straw through. It won't be a straw, I'm just using this for a demonstration. And then you get this. So when it prints, as you can see, it prints all of the stuff you need with the square holes. And as you can see, they are square holes, and I've turned them around. And then you print it out like that, pull all that stuff off and clean them all up. And the way I clean them up is I'll just show you this piece quickly. So this is what it prints. Just so cool. It's just such an amazing model. What I'm going to do, I'm going to grind these off, and I'm going to put small holes in there, and I'm going to put sticks through, like cocktail sticks, so it looks more like a bone as opposed to it looking like you know what it does now. So I think what I'm going to do is probably going to look a little bit better than this. So I hope that it works well. Right, so the grinder that I use to go around with it is just one of the ordinary grinders like so. So just use like this, and then as you're grinding it off, I'm not going to start it up and do it. You just go around and you just get off all of the bits that are on there. Then you can put it on the inside, and then you can put it on this inside, and you can kind of just clean off any of the straggly bits that are there. And as I said, I'm going to possibly be attaching mine using like a rod here. I was going to make the teeth individually, and as you can see, I did make a tooth just to maybe do it, but it's going to be so tedious. So what I've done is I've ordered some tees, some small tees, golf tees, and I'm going to cut them. I've got 100 of them for £3. I'm going to cut them to size, and then we're going to glue them in the mouth afterwards once we've painted them sort of like an off-white colour. And as you can see, that will go through nicely like that. And then we'll glue it either end so it holds it in place, and then we'll cut these and smooth them so you do not see them in there. So that's what I want to do on that. So that's going to be pretty cool. And as I said, the eyes are just the Terminator eyes. You can just get small LEDs and put those in and just make the holes a little bit smaller, and they will still look good. But I just wanted to go for something that will light up and look pretty realistic. With the body, as you can see, there you go. There's one in there now. So it looks so nice. With the body side of things, I'm going to light the whole body up, because the body's going to be like obviously a main piece, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to affix a light up inside it, and then put a tiny little bulb in, so that at night when it's glowing, all the bits that are cut out, so like this inside the body, will glow up at night. And then he's got options whether he wants to turn the eyes on, unless it scares him or not. But as you remember, Jake is actually 15, so yeah. Right, so this here was an actual proper lamp that I got from IKEA yesterday, and it's only a little 7-watt lamp. It was £2.50 for this whole light, and you got the lamp and everything. So I'm just going to be using the electronics from that to be able to do it. I'm just going to go through maybe a couple of other things that you might need. When you're taking out any of the stuff inside here, pliers are always really good at pulling out all the stuff inside. You could use that and then pull all the stuff out when you're trying to clean up those. And that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to go round to the front again because I'm pretty close there, showing it off to you. So if we just put the eyes back in place, I mean, we'll take the eyes out, and what we'll do is we'll just show you roughly what it should look like. So you would have to glue these on the inside of here, but you'd probably want to paint them and glue them afterwards, because they're going to go in like that, as you can see. So it looks pretty cool. Once that's glued up inside there, that's going to hold it in real nice. Really, really nice. And it does look cool, doesn't it? And when you imagine when the other one out of there, and then we could put the scroll in, because that will hold it in place. And then put the bottom of the drawer on. So I've got this bit of the drawer. So the best thing I did when I was doing my drawer is I slide it in underneath the mouth first. So if we take that out, slide that in under the mouth there. This will come as one piece. And remember, guys, it will fit in there absolutely fine. You just want to sort of like push and piece it all together. And then we'll push that bit on the bottom there. And then push it up. until it's in place. When it's got the teeth, it's going to look so much better. And we'll just reposition it here so you can kind of get an idea of where it's going to go. But look, how creepy is that? It's absolutely insane. And imagine with the body and the hands and the feet, it's just going to be like a phenomenal nightlight. So if you want to make one of these for yourself, guys, just follow the links and then print one out. You don't have to print it this big. You can print it, this is only at 80%, as I said. You can print it at 100%, which is going to be, you know, 20% more bigger than this. And then if you want to make it in downscale it smaller, you can. I don't know if it will affect the parts and the quality of the parts, because it's probably done in this size for a reason. But I can't wait to add more detail to it and continue doing this nightlight for Jake and see how long it actually takes us to do. Please follow me on the journey to, you know, finish this. I think it's called Plushtrap, is what Jake was saying, so it's Plushtrap for him, and we're going to be doing this. We're going to have a part 2, probably a part 3, maybe a part 4, just depending on how much we get done in the space of time that we have when we're building it. But yeah, if you've got any questions on this, please remember to comment down below. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up if you like it. If you think it's scary, give us a thumbs up anyway. Just tell us if you are a really big FNAF fan like Jake is. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care now. Bye bye.